Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are. We just figured out what's going on. And so we're coming back. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming on and join us in our discussion today. Michael, good to see you. How are you doing?
I am doing great, Julie. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I love the answer because the topic we are talking about today is on passive is greatness. And a lot of us have been feeling the greatness throughout many years, and especially recently as well. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming back here and joining us on our discussion. Today is already October 2nd. Oh my gosh, 2003, about to going toward the end, but we know we had a really good September. So September is the month to remember because of Onpassive. I know many of us have really marked September. It was a great month of 2023. So thank you so much for joining us here today as we are sitting here thinking about the journey of Onpassive. Michael, I recently listened to a podcast and I just really love listening to John Maxwell. And he said, a lot of people don't really lead their life, but they accept their life, right? Because many of us looking back to the journey that we have been since the day we were born today, I mean, there's a lot of us who have been running their business, starting their new business. They had taken some step to lead their life. But recently, we know that there is a leading company called Onpassive that actually giving us the tool, the services, and so a lot of us are feeling that greatness, Michael. So today, that is a topic I wanted to talk about, and we also would like to literally expand on what is greatness in on passive that we are talking here so that some of the viewer who have not experiencing it they actually can understand a little bit more, Michael. So let's get started with that topic.
Yes, that's a very big topic, Julie. Greatness, right? Everyone, I believe, knows by now that I love sports, and in sports, they're always talking about greatness. Who's the greatest basketball player ever? Who's the greatest football player ever, and so on, tennis player, and the list goes on and on. But that's one way of looking at it. Making comparison, comparing one person to another, one team to another, and so on. But for me, it's an individual thing. Greatness is an individual thing. All of us, every single one of us on this planet, have greatness in us. Now, whether that materializes or not, whether it comes out or not, that's a different story. A lot of people go to their grave, and the world never knew how great they were. So that's one thing. Here we have a company called On Passive, and this company is encouraging us to be great. This company has given us the tools to be great. But it's a matter of, will we actually, take those tools? Will we utilize them? Will we put them into practice? Will we take action? So that we can actually, get to where we should be, right? So that we can be great for ourselves. Not great for you, Julie, not great for Tom, for Susie, but great for yourself. Whatever that definition that you may have in mind, whatever that goal is that you have in mind, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, everyone should bring out that greatness within them and maximize their true potential.
Absolutely, Michael. Just so that everyone who currently watching this, Michael has a little bit of delay on his side, so there might be a little pause in between our conversation. Just I don't want to overlap what Michael is saying. So I actually watching Michael's mouth. Literally. Um, the reason why I wanted to do that because I really want us to have a really flowing conversation. And yes, Michael, greatness is something that we are feeling within ourselves. What is giving to us is uniquely, it's special that to us, how we feel from the inside. We actually taking the lead of our life to accept that greatness. Because if you are feeling it and you're not accepting it, the neighbor is accepting it, or Michael or Julie or any Tom and Susie that you're saying that accepting it. So we all have gone through, I mean, majority of our viewers here today have gone through years of of watching the development of Onpassive, and we know what Onpassive is doing is creating that greatness, that values, that delivering to the world. How are you accepting that greatness? It's really up to a lot of us. I mean, to ourselves. It's not to other people. And so that is the part where I'm saying here is that we have to take the lead of accepting it, not accepting the fact that life, you know, the way we live, the the economy or the politics and all of that stuff, we have to take that lead to lead our life based on the greatness that on passive is creating for a lot of us.
Absolutely, Julie. And again, going back to starting with our CEO, right? Like he started a journey, right? He decided to go in a particular direction to accomplish greatness, right? Because this on passive is no small task. When we put all the pieces together from day one, back in summer of 2018, up until where we are now, when we put all those pieces together and see all the different things that has happened, how everything has come together, right? When you look at all of that, on passive is destined for greatness. There is no doubt about that. On passive is doing things that has never been done before. On passive, from the marketing, the branding, the model itself, the business model, all the various partnerships, just when you think of the entire scope of this business, it is massive, right? And so when we look at that and then we see where we fit into it, right? How can we benefit? How can we now let all of this come together, find ourselves within it, and how can we now take that and go out to the world and be great? Meaning, how can we impact other people's lives in a positive way? Okay, because to me that is being great, right? It's not about how many cars you have or houses, and that's not being great, right? Being great is the lives, the impact, positive impact that you're having on people around you, the community, even your country, right? That's what we're talking about, folks, when we're talking about greatness. And so this company is setting itself up to be just that, right? Whereby every single corner of this globe that on passive touches, it's leaving a footprint, right? It's leaving a roadmap for people to have the success that they're looking for. It's leading a roadmap so people can see how they can get out of their rut, how they can come out of their shell, right? And be great to the world. And I just love that, Julie.
Absolutely, Michael. I'm feel very grateful for On Passive has came to my life in 2019. That is something where at that time I didn't understand what it was, so I waited. I waited as we talked about waiting in the previous conversations that we have. Waiting is basically a verb, and a verb is describing the action, right? So at that time, I was basically just waiting. However, I took the action of when I said I among so many people at that time, we all taking that action of learning and understand what on passive is. And then so many of us have seen the greatness that comes out from on passive. Now, you may ask, if you're watching this right now, you may ask, so what kind of greatness you are talking about? Well, let me share this with you, friends. I'm grateful for Onpassive having relationships with so many organizations, agencies, countries, even around the world. Why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to touch as many lives as possible and around the world. And when at that time, when I was waiting and see the development of Onpassive, days after days and after days, I seen, and so many people here actually have seen the greatness that comes on in on passive, and what they are doing at that time was they taking that action. Remember the word wait? That means that it's still taking action. They're taking that action, and we share that to the world. We share that to as many people as possible. And to be honest with you, because of that reason, because so many of us are sharing with around the world, I have to tell you that because of that greatness, I wanted to share the story with you that a 13 years old girl yesterday have experienced her dream came true. She has wished to play volleyball in the past, what, 5 years when she was 8. Her mom didn't have money to be able to do that. She couldn't afford to actually, being a single mom has the opportunity to literally afford to pay for her to join the club that does a training on volleyball. And because of that reason, she has worked so hard. Her mom has do as much as possible, anything that she possibly can to be able to make her daughter experience the dream yesterday. And the emotion was unbelievable when her mom see the smile in her daughter's face saying that, thank you, mom. Oh my gosh, I can't believing. I mean, like experiencing it. And that's called unpassive delivering impossible dreams, right, Michael? We knew this.
I would love to meet that mother, Julie. I would love to meet that mother. That mother that you're talking about, I would love to meet her. I would love to see the smile on her face, those rosy cheeks. Uh, right? Who's this mystery woman, Julie?
It's someone who she is someone who actually dream, and her purpose in life is to bring greatness to change someone else's life, and especially her daughter. And experiencing yesterday when you could see the smile, the sparkle in her daughter's eye, and said, oh my gosh, mom, thank you so much. And it's the emotion, it's a joyful tear that you actually you can describe. It's amazing. I'm just so excited to share that experience with everyone here because um, I know that on passive delivering dreams, not to one person, two person, not to anyone, but to everyone. And that's why we want to bring this topic on passive is greatness here.
Okay, but who is this mystery woman?
It's this one
Doesn't she,
right here.
doesn't she have a name? Okay, all right,
It's
okay.
this one right here, and I
Uh,
literally have tears in my eyes, and and it's okay to cry with a tear of joy because I am personally experiencing it. Um, and I know that everything that I've done, you know, it's joy doing it for fun. I'm having so much fun doing it. I didn't need to do it. I didn't have to do it, but I have a greater purpose in life. And that purpose is to be able to make the dreams come true, to make my children's dream come true. And the 13 years old girl I'm talking about here is my daughter. Some of you have actually met her in person, right? And she can jump. In Boston, she was next to our CEO. She can jump, and she can also teach our CEO how to jump. But now she's almost as tall as I am, and she's ready to go out there and play volleyball. And I told her yesterday, I said, baby, this is a commitment. right? This is a commitment that mommy works so hard. And because of Onpassive, I literally show Onpassive to her, saying that because of Onpassive, we'll be able to meet this dream of yours that you've been wanting to do it since you was 8, and it happening. And she said, Mom, thank you so much. I'm so happy. And you know what? That phase and hearing that in from her, experience it from her, is satisfaction to me. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Julie.
Yeah.
This is what on passive is about. That's just one of the many examples, where so many founders are starting to reap the rewards, starting to, get the benefits and see how on passive can impact their lives in such a positive way. And this is just the beginning. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, will start to experience this for themselves and be able to start to set in motion, you know, the whole idea of being great, right? The whole idea of having goals and dreams that are starting to come true. To be able to obtain that, Julie. I mean, that's a wonderful thing. And the thing is this: that being great is different from every single person, right? For every single person, but you have to believe. You have to believe that you are great or that you have greatness within you. You have to believe that, because it doesn't matter if somebody keeps telling you, oh, Julie, you're great. Julie, you're great. Julie, if you, Julie, don't believe that you are great, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. And that's what we have to look at, folks, is that do we believe? Do we believe that this opportunity is real? Do we believe that this business can accomplish all the things that has been said? Right? What is our belief level? Right? What do we think that we can possibly get out of this? Right? And with proper understanding, because some folks believe that, oh, I just have to go open my account and poof, there's all this money sitting in my account. Oh my gosh, this is a fairy tale. No, what we have is a real business, a real business. We generate income, right, by receiving commissions from the sale of products. Okay, our very first product is O Connect, right, the very best video conferencing platform in the world. Okay, and at the lowest possible price. That's the first of many products to come. And that's how we generate income. So if a sale is not made, then there is no money in your OES. It's as simple as that, in your ecosystem, okay, in your back office, right, in your account. There isn't any. That's how it works, folks, right? So we have to understand that. But Onpassive is here to let you and every single one of us who are involved become great. That's what Onpassive is doing. And who wouldn't want to be great? Go ask, go to some 10-year-olds, ask them, would you like to be great? Yes. Okay, be great at what? What would you be like, what would you like to be great at? And they will tell you, right? You go to some adults now, get some 50-year-olds and say, hey, would you like to be great? And they're probably like, they have to think about it. You know what I mean? And this is why we have to become like kids again, like children, right? Go back into that mode. That's why you get to dust off those dreams that you had when you were a small child, right? Dust them off. Go back to that, right? Get out, get some crayons, do some drawings, right? And pitch yourself to what you like to see accomplished for yourself and your family down the road, because it can become a reality. Julie just gave us a great example of one thing that just happened recently, like as in just now. That happened in the past few days. Okay. But it took, in her case, 4 years to achieve that. But the bottom line is it was achieved. Some folks it's going to be 3 years. Some folks it's 5 years and so on. Okay. The bottom line is it is a reality, folks, because that's just a snippet of what is to come. It's just a snippet. Call it the appetizer. We haven't we have not received the main course as yet, right? We're just getting the ball started, folks. So prepare yourself for greatness because it's coming your way. You just have to believe it and take the necessary action to get there and get it done because it's going to happen. Not will, or rather, not if it's going to happen. It's going to happen, folks. It's a done deal, as we've been saying for these past 5+ years, right? Onpassive is going to make you great.
Absolutely. It is a done deal. I mean, just sit here and imagine this. How many people in the world literally giving you, right? Giving you a artificial intelligent information technology that built from scratch, giving you that business in your own hand. I don't think so. We can go to every single beach in the world to find that one grain of sand. I don't think we can ever see that. But here in Onpassive, literally, right, Michael? Literally, you share a free account to people, right? You sign up for a free account, and you have so many free product in there that you literally can build a business even if you don't subscribe to a product. But why? It's there. You love it, you test it, you purchase it, you use it, and you share it to people and you monetize it. How many people in the world giving us that opportunity? I am so grateful, Michael, for everything that Onpassive is doing for a lot of us. Because look in the look in social media right now. Look in Onpassive Media Center. Looking on our official YouTube, looking on our blog, people are taking action to do things, to make things happen. Now we do have a business called Onpassive. We have the entire ecosystem in our hand right now. What do we do? Take some action, lead our life. It's about making dream come true. And it's our dream. It's your dream. It's my dream. It's Michael's dream. It's not the neighbor's dream. It's our dreams come true. And the one way for us to, and that's the only way for us to make our dream come true, is to take the action.
All this branding, all this advertising, all these partnerships, Julie, it's all been done for us, right? Like we have to get that, right? All of that. Could we afford to do that? Would we ever be in the company of some of these individuals? Would we actually get a sit down with them to have a conversation with them? And yet here's this company that's doing all of this, going above and beyond to ensure that our success is there, right? I'm telling you, sometimes I lose, words. Like they just can't come out fast enough, Julie, because there's so much is trying to come out at the same time. Because I'm so excited about this company and what this company is doing, not what it will do, what it actually is doing, because it's already started, right? When I hear the stories and people tell me, oh, this and oh, this and oh, and they're so excited, Julie, of what is happening for them right now as we speak. And there's more to come. Because if people are excited right now, oh my gosh, wait till we get the main course. Huh? The main course. Like, a 7-course meal, Julie, right? How many people have ever had a 7-course meal? Most people, they just have a plate and everything's on the one plate and that's it, right? You know what I mean? They're not going through soup and salad and, they're not going through all of that, Julie. Having multiple courses, right? And still have room for dessert. You know what I mean? We're just getting a little piece right now, just a little taste of what's to come, folks. You know what I mean? And if you have not received that taste, it is coming. You will get your turn, right? This company is going above and beyond to make sure your dreams come true. This company is working harder for you than you're working for yourself, right? Who would do that, right? But Mr. Ashmafar believe in the good in people. No matter who you are, you can find one good thing about you. One. It may be a small one, right? But he'll find it, right? He will find it. That's the type of person that he is. And that's the type of company we have because it's built upon that. That is the foundation of Onpassive, right? And so there's no room for you not being great in this company. There's none whatsoever. There's no room for you not being great, right? Not being great is not an option. It just isn't, right? But in order to be great, we go through things. We go through our ups and our downs. That's how it works, right? Take Michael Jordan. Majority of the people in the world know who Michael Jordan is, okay? And I don't think there's anyone who would question his greatness when it comes to basketball, right? But he had to go through struggles, right? He had to go through not making a basketball team. Can you believe that Michael Jordan never made a basketball team in his life? Like there was a time in his life where he never made a team. Can you believe that? You know what I mean? Like it just wouldn't make sense to you, but it's true though, right? And so people go through ups and downs. You got to make adjustments, right? You get little stumbling blocks, but you don't let that stop you. No, not if you know what you're striving for. That's Onpassive. Little blocks coming, we don't worry about that. This is a little bump in the road, right? We either go around it, go over it, but we're getting to our destination, right? That's Onpassive, folks. That's what you have behind you. Onpassive is behind you, pushing you to the forefront, right? Pushing you to be great, forcing that greatness out of you. Onpassive is pulling it out because it's there. And all you have to do is believe that is there. Because if you believe, that will lead to your action. It would lead to your action, right? Your inaction usually is because of lack of belief, right? That's usually what that is, folks. But greatness awaits you. All you have to do is step up to the plate, right? It's your turn to bat, step up to the plate and make it happen because Onpassive is a home run.
Absolutely, Michael. I love the fact that you brought up the 7 course meals. Think about it. If you were invited to a beautiful dinner, right? As you walked in, you get handed probably a glass of maybe champagne. There's a little snack here and there. That's where we are right now. It's a pre-dinner, right? This is where we are right now. Now, when we're talking about dinner, we're talking about food, please allow me to use this example, okay? Where we are today. Let me bring you to your own a local place, right? Think about where you are today. Think of a greatest or the most beautiful supermarket. A lot of you probably remember the story if I just share or the example that I use about the supermarket where you are currently living. You have this beautiful supermarket that you want to be an owner of that supermarket. Okay. Now, where we are today, you have been handed a supermarket, has everything that everyone needs in that supermarket, right? That's when you sign up to a free position in our own ecosystem. You have everything that you need in that supermarket. Now, in order for you to be the owner of that supermarket, all you need to do is put the key in there and open the lock. And the key is basically your activation of your business, right? Once you activate your business, you get to open the door to go into the supermarket that has the employee or hirer already hired. All the items that you need are there, right? You are the owner. It has also has a wallet or has a cash register there. It's ready to go also, right? When you first open, the company that giving you the supermarket hasn't really bring in customer for you yet. But you yourself, as the owner of this business, what do? Would you be sitting there right next to the wallet or right there and waiting for somebody to come in? Or will you be telling everybody about your supermarket? Will you be putting the flower pot here, the flower pot there, and go tell everybody about this beautiful supermarket that you want to own, that beautiful business that you wanted to have, and now you own it. What will you do? The question here is, if you want to tell everybody about it because you love it, then you probably will have one, two, three, four customer. Or do you want to wait for the company to actually bring the customer coming in? The company will do that. However, while you're waiting for that to happen, what will you do? What kind of action do you take? Are you just going to wait? Well, if you are choosing to have position of waiting, then you have no customer. You have no customer, you have no earning. But if you were to take the action and do something, tell all your friends, your family, your neighbor about it, go tell every single one, go do something to share your supermarket with other people, then you probably will have customer. And that's probably for sure because of how grateful you are knowing the fact that you are owning this business. You are owning, you have this thing, the supermarket, I'm using example for you to share that with other people. And when you do that, so many people are gonna feel the greatness, feel that, and they will relate it to you. So what I'm trying to say here is you have something grateful in your hand. Take action, share that with other people. Share that while you are waiting for a full course, a full 7 courses of meal. I don't know. That's a good example. I've been telling that story to people, and a lot have said that's a good example. It brings them to the point where it's so close to them. Everybody
Mhm.
go to supermarket.
No, but of course, Julie, inside the supermarket, you have, different sections, right? You got your fruit sections, your veggie sections, you got your cold meat section, your dairy section, you know what I mean? Dry goods, right? Water, drinks. There's so many different areas within the supermarket, you know? And so, yeah, On Passive could be our supermarket, where we're making our rounds, right? We're making our rounds. As far as I'm concerned, Julie, we just basically walk through the door right now of that supermarket. you know, um, So folks, if we can just appreciate what we have, appreciate it. People have been trying for years, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, been trying to just have something real in their life. This world is made up of so much lies, right? Like everything is a lie. Everything surrounds money. How can I pull money from Julie's pocket? How can I pull money from Sean's pocket, from Susie's pocket, from Debbie's pocket? Like, how can I pull money? Like, that's the focus that most people have in life, and they will even create issues, Julie, in order to pull money from you. Like, don't get me started about the jail system and how that works and why it's a big business, right? But the point is, so many things, are just plain lies, and it's there to deceive you. It's there to pull you away from your actual dream, pull you away and keep you from actually becoming great. All these things, because all they're focused on is them. They're focused on themselves. How can I enrich myself? Very few people are actually thinking about, what can I do for you, Julie? How can I help you, Julie? Right? How can I make you, Julie, great? How can I help you to maximize your talents, your gifts that you've been given, Julie? Right? What can I do for you? Very few people are focused with that in mind. And this is just another reason why I love On Passive, because On Passive is built upon that. It's built upon how can I make 1.4 million great? How can I make 1.4 million great? And then anyone else who will come, how can I also help them to be great? Because there's more than enough room for everyone. That's the beauty about it. That's why we don't need to compete against each other. I can share ideas with you, Julie. You can share ideas with me, because it's fine. It's okay, because we're all moving in the same direction. And if someone is lagging behind, we're reaching back and we're pulling them so that they're right there with us, as opposed to leaving them behind. Because failure is just not an option in On Passive. It just isn't. right? And the sooner we can understand it and appreciate that, it's the sooner our greatness will come out. It's the sooner we'll be able to excel and get the success that we're looking for in whatever area of our lives. That's just how it works, right? But so many people are so caught up with the wrong mindset, so caught up, and looking in the wrong direction and not realizing what they have right there in front of them and to focus on what's in front of them, right? It's like you have a skill, Julie, and rather than focus on your skill, you're trying to, oh, let me see if I can do what Tom is doing. Okay, but maybe you can't do what Tom is doing though. And you have your skill right there in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm gonna use sports. You're a great soccer player. And all of a sudden, because Johnny over here is getting all the praises of being a hockey player, you're gonna leave your soccer. So, well, I can do that too. I can be just like Johnny. And then you try to go be a hockey player. And maybe you'll be okay at it, but you probably won't be great at it. You know what I mean? You left the thing that you could be great at because you're looking over here thinking that, no, I want to be just like Johnny. How about being the best version of yourself, right? Being the best version of yourself. You understand? Because there is room for every single one of us, right? For us to be great. There's room for that. There's room for your greatness, for my greatness, right? For every single person, there's room for all of that. We just have to let it out, right? By not not succumbing to fear, right? Don't let fear rule your life. Not questioning and second guessing and all these things. Well, all the answers are right there. You have everything that you need to be great. It's all right in front of you. It's all in your OES. It's all in your ecosystem. Everything that you need to be great in this life, you have it. It's right there because this was built with that purpose in mind. Onpassive was built with that purpose. So folks, take a hold of it, embrace it, right? And go out there and be great because you're going to feel good about it, right? When I drop off my daughter in the morning, I tell her, be great. That's what I tell her every day. Be great, right? Be great. If I come across something to do with greatness, I say, here, go read this. Right? Rather than me telling her, no, here, go read and read every single word. You know what I mean? And then come back and tell me, do you believe what that is said? Right? Do you believe it? Do you believe those words? Right? Because yes, she's 16. Yeah. 16. Okay. Greatness, she was born with greatness. All of us. It's there. Okay. But sometimes we need a little encouragement. Sometimes we need a little coaxing, a little molding, okay, to bring it out, to pull that greatness out. You understand? Because when it clicks and you finally get it, there's no turning back. There's none. There's no turning back, right? And that's what Onpassive is. There's no turning back in Onpassive, folks. There's no turning back. If you decide, because it's a choice, if you choose to turn back, to go backwards, you're just crazy. Like really, you're just crazy. It just means that you're not serious about your financial future. It just means that you're not serious about being great. That's not something that you want. It's like, nah, greatness, that's not for me. Right? That's all that means, folks. Because this is what you've been searching for. You got in for a reason. Right? And if you're not in, you need to get in because you have a reason to get in. Right? This is the best business I've ever seen. Best. Because it's more than just a business. It's more than just dollars and cents. Right? There's so much more that comes with this. It can actually make you a whole person. Right? That's what Onpassive can. Because once you start to care about other people, that's a different level, folks. That's a different level of living. Completely different level. When you stop focusing just on yourself, it's amazing how so much opens up to you. It's a principle that works over and over again. Embrace it, folks. Because Onpassive is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. So embrace it. Okay?
Absolutely, Michael. I so agree with you. Embrace the greatness. And I wanted to, while Michael is talking, I wanted to literally wants to give you the equation, the freedom equations that I have been working on um, back then when I was still in real estate, right? So if you want to take note, write it down because it works for me. It works for me. Okay. So now freedom equation is equal to first identify the greatness of what you're going to, whether or not your business, what you love, identify what you actually love, right? And I telling you, if you really understand on passive, you will be able to identify the fact that on passive is greatness, right? Right. So identify your greatness, and then stay focused. Identify plus focus. Focus just on what you're identifying. Okay. Once you focus on that, you take maximum action, massive action. Do whatever it takes, right? In this part, in now today, in this world, for all of us, is take massive action and share your business to other people, right? Share free accounts, right? Take massive action and create that momentum every single day. Identify, focus on what you're loving, stay focused, take massive action. That's equal success. And if you could take this equation, I believe that you could doing that every single day, after probably about a year or so, it's about having fun, but still sticking with your freedom equation, right? Focus on that. And along the way, we'll start meeting people that we love. We start meeting people that we work well together, right? So to me is, if you could identify, understand it, and I do hope that many of us here do understand what on passive is, right? Stay focused. Just focus on that. Take massive action. Create that momentum. Do that again, again, again. You will meet that freedom equation. You will meet that freedom and success. I have to tell you this. Waking up this morning, knowing the fact that my daughter is in a good place, it's a good club, I believe, based on the information that I know. I know that she's going to work on herself, not only doing good at volleyball, I will also helping her, guiding her, molding her to become a great athlete by eating healthy, right? Cutting some of the junk, the stuff that is unnecessary for her, and focus on what I identify. And I believe with on passive help and with the guidance, she will be a very successful athlete. Whether or not she's going to go all the way, but she's going to be in good hand by getting with the right club, the right training coach. She's going to do great. And because of knowing that, because of feeling the greatness inside of me, I wake up today full of energy, full of purpose, right? And I know exactly what to do in my day. To be honest with you, before I couldn't feel that power inside of me, that power of greatness. I did. I feel a lot, but it has not. It started coming very clear to me. And Michael and we've been talking about this. And Mr. Mufara want us to be the best, enjoying, be the best. And a lot of us asking Mr. Mufara, what can we do for you because you've done so much for us? His response was, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life to the fullest. And in order for us to enjoy our life to the fullest, is focusing on the freedom, the total freedom that we received. And so I just share with you my freedom equation, and I do hope that it's help you somehow to identify what you want, identify your dream, draw your dream out, and I will continue to do that. And to be honest with you, having that equation that I, kind of adding things in every day, it helped me to clear to identify clear of what my purpose in this world is, and I'm continue to work on it. And I do hope that you do too, because being the best version of ourselves is to be able to have that dream, identify that dream, and be able to have that power inside of you and continue to take it and move forward. I hope that makes sense to you.
Mhm. Absolutely does, right? A friend of my daughter's, she, she's a swimmer, right? And so she identified from a young age that that's what she loved to do, loved to swim, you know? And you know what she did, Julie? She focused on swimming, right? There's at this meet, that meet, she's one of the top swimmers in Canada. And she just got a full scholarship to the University of Florida, right? Because what? She identified what she loved, which was swimming. Yes, she played a little bit of basketball, did a little bit of track, but swimming was her thing. That's her focus. That's her love, and by focusing on that, right, and by taking the massive action, which is all the training, all the practicing, you know, um, you know, every week, just doing it over and over and over. And here comes payday, right? First up, getting that scholarship to go to university. So now she's going to have her education paid for. And I mean, I can say this. I mean, her family can afford to pay for her education, right? But why am I going to pay for something if I can get it for free? Okay. And so, she's going to a very reputable institution in University of Florida, right? And, to see that, that's also a dream come true to be able to achieve that. And I'm sure we're going to see her in the Olympics someday. I'm pretty sure of that. And so it just goes to support what you're saying, right? About being able to identify what it is that you love, focus on it, right? So in other words, put your energy there, right? The majority of your energy. It doesn't mean that every single thing you do, no, there's other, areas of your life. There's other things that you can do in life. But you certainly want to put the majority of your energy towards what it is that you love. And by taking that massive action, you're going to see the results that you're looking for. Okay, it's going to come. And Onpassive is no different, right? I love this business because I love what it stands for, right? I love the model, right? I love the fact that we're all about uplifting humanity, Julie, right? I love the fact that this company is all about helping each and every one of us become great, right? All of these things combined, right? So what do? I focus on passive, right? I focus on it for the past 5 years on passive, on passive, on passive, on passive. While, I have friends and others who are running off doing this and doing that and all this other fancy stuff, right? But I can count the different things that have come and gone over the past 5 years. And yet here's Onpassive still standing, right? Because it's all about having that stable income, right? You want to have a stable income. You want to be with a company that's going to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're already gone 5 years. A lot of people counted Onpassive out. Oh, it's not going to last. Oh, it's that crazy business. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And here we are still standing, right? And those that are still standing with us are starting to reap the rewards, right? So imagine a year from now, what will you be saying, right? What will you be saying about what Onpassive has done for you, what Onpassive has allowed you and helped you to be able to accomplish, right? What Onpassive has enabled you to do for others, right? What we'll be saying a year from now, not even 5 years, Julie. What we'll be saying a year from now. For some folks, it's right now. From others, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. You know what I mean? Right? It's all coming together exactly as we thought it would be, Julie. You know what I mean? When you're planning something or you think something, right? And you hope that you're gonna be right, and it turns out that you are right. You know that joy that comes over you? Yes, I was right. You know what I mean? I made the right choice, right? I picked the right team to win. You understand? Because that's what this is. Onpassive is the right team if you want to win. For those of you like racehorses, it's the right horse. Okay? You understand? That's what on passive is, Julie. It is whatever you want it to be, whatever you need in your life to succeed. Okay, on passive will help you. I can't say enough about this business. I really can't, because there's going to be folks that you cried earlier, Julie, right? And we know that there's a lot more tears to come. And there's going to be a lot of other people that will be crying, right? Tears of joy, just happiness. Because finally, you can do the things in life that you always wanted to do, right? Because you stepped out, because you didn't listen to the naysayers. You didn't listen to people who told you no, 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 no. You just focused on the one who said yes. Now, why in the world would I focus on people who are telling me no? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm going to focus on the ones who are saying yes. Why would I focus my energy on the ones who decided to leave? I'm going to focus on the ones who stayed. You understand me? Because it's a choice. We all have a choice, right? And I don't knock anyone for their decision. I just know where my focus is. I just know who I'm running with, right? I'm running this race in on passive with people who are serious about life, people who are serious about their financial future, people who are serious about helping other people who are serious about greatness. That's who I'm running with. And that's who I stay focused with. So that way I don't get sidetracked, right? This is the best company. I love this, the slogan or the phrase, on passive is the only way, because from a business standpoint, that's exactly what it is for me, Julie. It's the only way. It's the only way to have a clean and ethical business, something that you can be proud of, something that your children are going to be proud of, right? Oh, what does mommy do? What does daddy do? You know what I mean? On passive. You understand? We make dreams come true. That's what we're doing on passive. What does your company do? Right? What is your job doing? Right? What's that model? Enslaving people? Because that's what your job is doing for the most part. Some people have really good jobs and cool jobs that they actually love and they look forward to going to. But the vast majority of people, if they could walk away from that job today, they would. And that's just the truth, folks, right? I've sat down with many of individuals looking at their finances and try to help them in all these different things, you know? And so I see what they're working with, right? I understand people and their finances, right? And I know if they had a choice, even though they're making good money, Julie, if they had a choice, they would walk away, right? Even though they're making good money. You understand? Because sometimes, folks, money isn't everything. Of course, it helps. Don't get me wrong, right? But it isn't everything, though. You know what I mean? And so, if you have a choice to actually do something that you love and make money, complete win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we end this conversation, let me ask you really quick, if you're watching this now or later, how many time in your life that you involved in something, either conversations or involved in some kind of business, that when you walk out of there, you just want to go and take a shower because it's so dirty, it's so unclean? Yeah, we have. I have. I'm sure Michael have. We all have. And that's why we are here, right? With on passive, every time when information's coming, when we are involved in a conversation of on passive, we just want more of it. We just want so much more of it because it's full of greatness. And if you haven't seen and see what we see, that's 1.4 million people see it, just come chat with us. Have a chat with any of us because we feel that greatness. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. And we're glad that you are here because we do hope that you accept and hear some of the greatness in our conversation today and make it yours, right? Make it yours and stop being slave building someone else's dream. Build your dream. Be slave of your dream. Does that make sense? Yeah, be slave. Work hard. Build your dream.
Sure.
Identify your dream. Stay focused on it. Take massive action. Create that momentum. And it's not just that equation isn't just for business. That's for everything in life, right? Identify what you want. Even if you identify the destination that you want to visit, stay focused on that destination. Find out the details, take the massive action, do research, pictures, build that dream, that freedom dream that you ever wanted. And it's now here. Unpassive is greatness. Unpassive is the dream. Unpassive deliver impossible dream. And it has, and I am experiencing it every single day. Literally. Thank you so much.
Success, Julie, and greatness, comes from hard work, right? Comes from hard work, comes from dedication, it comes from sacrifices. But the beauty about Onpassive is that they've taken all of that on for us,
Mhm.
right? Onpassive has done all the hard work, right? They've done all the hard work. We didn't have to do all of that. We didn't have to go through all the ups and downs that the company has gone through, right? We didn't have to go through, okay, nope, that's not good enough. Let's restart. Let's do this. Let's change this. Let's modify this, right? We didn't have to go through all that. We didn't have to go through spending millions of dollars, you know what I mean, to get to where we are. We are not the ones that's paying the salaries for the staff. We're not taking all that on. You know what I mean? We get the easy part, Julie, which is what? To enjoy the benefits. Enjoy the benefits. What we have to do is so little, little. And the company has to do so much, right? So, how can you not be great when you're not the one that's doing all the sacrifices? You know what I mean? You're not the one that's putting in all the work, the long hours, everything that is needed, right? When Mr. Ashmafar is there, I was like, oh man, does he sleep even an hour, right? When you have to work around the clock, different time zones, right? He has a family, so that's to attend to his family. And sometimes I think even us, like it's like we expect this and expect that and expect and don't realize what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? All the work that's been done back there to get us to where we are. And it's like we just want to reach our hand out, say, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. You know what I mean? Right? But just know it's done out of love, folks. It's the love for humanity why Mr. Mafara, Mr. Kamal, Mr. Nazal, our dear Dr. Susan, and the list goes on, right? Of the wonderful people in Onpassive. It's out of love why they're doing what they're doing in order for us to receive all this benefit. Think about that, folks. So when Julie says, oh, just share this, just share, just give away a free account, just do that. What is that? It's nothing. That is easy. Easy. Easy, Julie. Here, Julie, here's a link. Just click it. My job is done. You understand? Easy, folks. Easy. Okay? And to make sure, because if our success was dependent upon us, we would fail.
Mhm.
So in order for the company to ensure that you're going to succeed, guess what? We have this marketing arsenal behind us,
Mhm.
right? That's why it's a done deal, folks. It's not dependent upon your desire, right? Not even your desire. The company is literally forcing you to be great,
Mhm.
right? Because we're just getting started. Once we start to, have our own domain name and targeted traffic and all these things, when everything comes together, right, where we have the full, all of the courses, right, have been set out before us, everything is done, right? Then you're going to see. Then you're really going to be blown away. But it's coming. It's coming. And I'm loving it. Be great.
Absolutely. Everyone, Next week, we are going to talk about gratitude. So, if you like to listen to more conversations wherever you are currently listening right now, click subscribe, notify me, whatever you like to do, many ways how you like to. Do that. Next week, we're going to talk about gratitude. And sometime following weeks, I probably will be doing an informational, broadcast. So if you're around, we'll be here. And everyone, go build your own dreams and take massive action. Write down those freedom equation, and just focus on those. All right, we are 1 hour right on time, right on the dot. Thanks, everyone. Be grateful. Be great. Take care.